Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm going to be reacting to Overcoming Self-Created Hurdles, Dandapani. The person that asked about responsibility and how you have issues with doing certain things. I do have a question. Did you go watch Dandapani's video that I told you, and has it worked? I'm kind of curious. I hope it has. And I do highly suggest you go watch a lot of some of his videos. Just look up Dandapani. He has a channel called Dandapani LLC, I believe. He's a motivational speaker, and a lot of the stuff does make a lot of sense, and it's quite helpful. I highly suggest also maybe Jordan Peterson. He has a book of self-help. I've not seen it or heard of it, but again, it was talking about the make your room thing, which is a simple responsibility, being responsible for cleaning your room as a start, I'm sure. So, overcoming self-created hurdles, which I do all the time. I procrastinate mostly, honestly. But let's go ahead and hear what he has to say here, and maybe this will help as well.
How do you learn to control all the conflicts in your mind when you think about manifesting your goals? Like, what if, sorry.
You
what
don't? Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, please.
What if, before you start off, you just think about all the hurdles and all the conflicts that are there, and you never get past it, but you do really want to do it?
Okay, again, it goes to my two rules, responsibility and understanding. Those plays on the most. Again, understanding tends to be a lot of the things too. So it's understanding your hurdles, whatever that may be. Again, without being specific, it's hard to give very specific things. But just understanding what the problem is, okay? So, making your bed. Like, every time you wake up, you don't feel like making your bed, you just go out and eat, and you go out and have fun. I mean, if you understanding that it's the problem that you don't want to do it, then when you understand that you don't want to do it, you have to make the change. You have to be responsible for that change, that you do want to do it, that you have to do it. Get up a little bit earlier, or sacrifice some things that you're doing a day to make your bed. Again, understanding what the problem is and understanding what solutions you have to fix that problem. Getting up early to fix the bed, sacrificing some time during the middle of the day to fix your bed. Maybe don't sleep with sheets. That way you don't have to fix your bed. Hey, look, it's still part of the solution, just don't have blankets, just have a pillow, and then when you wake up, boom, bed done. You don't have to work very hard. But again, is that an acceptable solution for you? And then if it is, then that's great, but you have to say, this is an acceptable solution for me, and I want this, I chose this. And then if you're unhappy, realize that you chose that responsibility, you chose that as your answer. And then if you're not happy, then you have to make that change again. You have to understand why you're not happy. I chose this, it wasn't making me happy. So now you understand why it's not making you happy, understand what the solutions may be. Now I have to make it better, fix it better, or whatever it is to solve that problem, and then to take responsibility for it. I think that's about it.
Does that make sense?
Oh, so you think more about the hurdles coming up. So it's not really past conflicts, but potential future conflicts? Challenges?
Potential future conflicts that are present.
Yeah, so the past things you need to deal with, I don't want to get into the tool, but if you go online and Google Goalcast, 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 Dandapani writing, there's a tool that I share in there that's available for free online that talks about how to deal with your past. Then in terms of future, and again, bring your awareness back, right? I talked about fear and worry just now. Every time your awareness goes into the future, starts thinking of a hurdle, bring awareness back and say, I am not going to go there, right? I am not going to go there. Because if you're aware, awareness goes, that's where energy flows. So every time you think of a hurdle, you're putting energy into that hurdle, right? So bring awareness back and say, I don't want to go there. And then tell yourself, I will do what I will to do. And that's a beautiful affirmation you can say for yourself. What is it?
I will do what I will to do.
Exactly. And I will be what I will to be. And just say that every morning when you wake up and every night before you go to bed. The best time to program your subconscious mind is right when you wake up and right when you before you go to sleep. Because as you wake up and before you go to sleep, your conscious mind is dull. You know how you wake up and you're kind of groggy and you're like, what day is it? Where am I? Right? That's the best time to impress the subconscious. Right? Have you ever woken up and heard some music and then all day that music's playing in your head? Have you ever had that experience?
No.
Right? That's because when you're waking up, your conscious mind is groggy, and unfortunately Miley Cyrus is on, and it programs your subconscious, and then all day you're just playing Miley Cyrus in your head.
I'll say not all day for me, but like for the couple of hours. My mind, I think so much that nothing really sticks permanently.
Right? So best time to do affirmation is when your conscious mind is dull, and that's when you wake up, and when you go to sleep, because that's when you're groggy. Another great time, when is another great time is when your conscious mind is dull.
Before he goes to that, actually, I want to go back to that wording that he said.
I'm not going to go there, right? I am not going to go there. Tell yourself, I will do what I will to do.
Okay, there you go. I will do what I will to do. That is what I'm saying about taking responsibility, where you don't listen to some guru, swami, teacher, or some random person in the street or internet and say, I'm gonna do that because he told me to. No. You take responsibility by saying, I heard him say that, or heard that person say that, and I'm like, that sounds really good. I thought about it, I understood it, and I will act upon it. I will do it. I will do it that way because I thought about it. I thought it was a good idea. I like the idea. I will do it. I. That's basically taking responsibility for the action that you're about to do, and that's very empowering. But a lot of people don't see that as empowering. They're saying, "Oh, I'm fearful to do anything because I might get blamed. I might do wrong." Absolutely, you might. But if you take responsibility for it, it'll empower you in a sense that you're capable of doing something. Be careful, obviously. Don't just do stupid stuff. But understand why you're doing it and understand why you want to do it so that you will do it and empower responsibility for it. I forget where I left off. So let's go.
Time. When is another great time is when your conscious mind is dull.
Oh, perfect.
Do you know?
And you're tired in the middle of
When
the day?
you're drunk.
Oh, what?
All right?
What if you're never drunk, though?
When you're drunk, your conscious mind gets dull. Your subconscious becomes the dominant mind. That's why someone, when they're drunk, can go like, that's an ugly sweater. Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Right? Because the subconscious comes dominant, right? So when you drink, your conscious mind gets dull, the subconscious becomes dominant. It's a lovely sweater, by the way, I was just giving you an example, right? The subconscious mind becomes dominant. And I see in London that people are really trying to dull their conscious mind.
Trying to dull their conscious mind. That means they're trying to hide. I think, in my opinion. People who typically drink. That's what else I have to say. Okay. Oh man, that's super bright though. That's good enough. Okay, so generally speaking, in my opinion, people who drink, smoke, and do drugs, well, let's say do drugs and drink drugs, are generally trying to hide their pain or trying to avoid their pain, and that doesn't help. All you're doing is just losing time and potentially making the situation worse, because now that you used to have 8 hours to fix the problem, now you only have 4 because you drank, passed out, and woke up vomiting or something. So drinking is for celebration. Again, nothing wrong with drinking. It's just that be mindful, and if you're gonna blast yourself out of drinking, then make sure that there's no problems. Make sure you're drinking because of celebration and not because there's a problem. And same thing for drugs too, honestly. I do drugs, it's called caffeine. I drink coffee. That's actually technically a drug. So yeah, overcome self-created hurdles. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it really answered most of her questions, because the way I understood her question was that, like, self-created hurdles. Never mind. I misunderstood. I thought it was like hurdles, like your past problems, your present problems, and your future problems. Those are hurdles in your way to progress or to be happy. But self-created hurdles are like what I do, which is procrastination, or I'll do it tomorrow. Well, that's procrastination. Well, procrastination is a fantastic self-created hurdle. But again, I take responsibility for that. I understand that if I don't do what I need to do, I won't get it done. It's a problem, but I accept the responsibility for it. It's not saying that it's good or anything, but at least I'm not complaining about it. I'm like, oh my god, it's not getting done. I need someone else to do this, or complaining about it. I complain to myself about it. Hopefully, I need to motivate myself to do that. But you understand what I mean by responsibility. I chose not to do it. I procrastinated. I understand why. I hate that I did it, but I'm responsible. I took responsibility for it. Responsibility seems to be something that's very big and grand, but it's very much varied in terms of big and grandness. Like, I was responsible for curing cancer. That's freaking amazing. Or I'm responsible for not cleaning up my bedroom, but I accept that. No, a big responsibility is cleaning up bedroom. I can't even do that one just yet. You know why? Because my bed's always prepared. It's ready for me to go to sleep in it. Anyways, I hope you understand what I'm talking about, and I hope people go watch this channel. See, he does great motivational speaking, but I think maybe whenever he talks to a crowd, you can't exactly get to specifics. You can't, because his questions, generally speaking, are quite private, and he has his talks in generals to help more than just an individual person, specifically. And also, I hope the person that asked about responsibility, go watch his channel. Again, maybe Jordan Peterson as well. I'm not too sure. I've seen a few of his stuff. He seems quite a logical person, and it seems like his book has helped people out, so I can only throw that out there without any knowledge of it, other than he talks about cleaning your room. Alright, that's my reaction to overcoming self-created hurdles. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.